Yo.
Shalom. We the Hebrew Israelites, we the Louisiana Saints camp, and we come with another sit down. But before we get into it, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. And double honors to the apostles of GMX and all the brothers that's pushing this true and sincere. Now, we're coming to you with a sit down based on get your mind right. It's getting down to crunch time, and you got to have your mind right to go through the obstacles that's mind right that can cause people's lives to be on stake. So you have to come to the realization to know that what you're into and what's the end game, and we gonna let
I got your precept, all right?
I had one, the Rock 18 and 20. It says, before judgment, examine thyself.
So before judgment comes to you, you evaluate yourself. See what your strengths is, what's your weakness, what you need to work on. Because everything starts with you. If you ain't right, how you can protect another brother and be willing to put your life on the line for a brother if you ain't all the way secure with your well-being, with your faith. Because the Lord is always putting obstacles in your direction to show where your weaknesses and show where your strengths are.
A wise man knows his limitations. And it says, and in the day of visitation thou shalt find mercy.
If you, like I say, and that goes back to another scripture, where you show mercy and you shall get mercy. And if you have yourself right, you're going to know how the Lord and why the Lord is sending you through this fire you're going through. And it's going to be well done because everything is set in your mind and you're right in the Lord's eyes.
21, this is the last verse, bro. Self before thou be sick, and in the time of sins show repentance.
Right. Because at the end of the day, you got read that again.
All right, verse 21, it says, humble thyself before thou be sick.
And that's a strong thing, to humble yourself, because don't get it twisted. Just knowing this knowledge, that can get you a self-pride, because this is given to a few people, this knowledge. But it's not about you getting pride, it's about you're trying to bring in more fish. And if you show mercy, mercy will be shown to you in that day. Have some be offended by something, and you can probably want to strike back. But sometimes you gotta show mercy. So in that day when you ask for mercy, the Most High, the Yahushua Ba'ashem Yahushua will show you mercy.
Right, and this is exactly what the brother says. Humble thyself before thou be sick, man. Man, get on your shit before it's too fucking late, man. You know what I'm saying? Because when it's sick, it's just like what our people do all the time. They go to the fucking doctor, the doctor diagnosed their ass with cancer, and all of a sudden you want to start eating healthy and taking all these different precautions and shit like that. It's too fucking late then, man. You know what I'm saying? So why are you healthy and why are you in a position to atone for your sins, to take advantage of the blood of Yahushua, the sacrifices that big brother did? That's what you're supposed to be doing. That's why we tired. Just get your mind right, man. You see what I'm saying? I mean, a wise man is watching, observing everything going on right now, man. You see what I'm saying?
Who are you to complain about anything when Yahushua was the second one in command, and he came down and lowered himself and gave his life up?
Oh man, here you go, back up. It says, let nothing hinder thee to pay thy vow in due time, and defer not unto death to be justified, man.
Right? Because at the end of the day, Most High is going to justify you for your righteousness. It probably seem like you're doing it and you're going down the road where it seems like it ain't happening, but the Most High, like a brother always say, he's always testing you. You got to see where your head at and let you see where your head
at. Well, you have to see where your head at. The Lord already know where your head at. The Lord already knew where Abraham's head was at when he tempted him with his son Isaac, right? The Lord already knew where his head at. The Lord already already knew what Job did. Job gave Job pretty much Job's well-being, his whole livelihood into the hands of Satan, and told Satan, "You do for taking out his life, man." The Lord already knew how it was going to play out. Go ahead,
If I can say real fast, because we live by faith and not by sight. You know, the faith gets us through each and every day. You know, not what we see all the time. You know?
And if I may say, speaking on the brother said, he didn't zero in on Job. The Lord said, "Hast thou considered my servant Job?" Because he knew what Job was made of, and he knew he was going to endure to the end.
You're glad to see yourself. Sometimes you can say what you're gonna do, but you gotta see yourself go through it and do it for you to believe.
Yeah, this is a quick precept, man. This is 2nd Ezra 3:21. Y'all brothers got it. It says, "For the first Adam, barren a wicked heart, transgressed and was overcome, and so be all they that are born of him. Thus infirmity was made permitted." And made means what? Something is in control of it. Who made it that way, man? You know, Yahweh set it up that way from the beginning. So when we're going through these certain trials and tribulations, stuff like that, you got to think of it like this, man, this is my legacy that I'm living up to be, you know, right?
We say nobody's innocent here. So if you don't feel like you're taking the punishment for this lifespan, you don't know what you did in the last lifespan.
So it says, "Thus infirmity was made permanent, and the law also in the heart, which is the mind of the people, with the malignity of the root, so that the good departed away, and the evil abode still." You know?
I got your all right. This is 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 1. The second epistle, beloved. You see that word beloved is talking about the elect men. I now write unto you, in both which I stir up your pure minds by the way of remembrance. All right, that you may be mindful of the words which were spoken by the holy prophets. And that's what the testimony of Yahweh is, the spirit of prophecy. So we're supposed to be occupied in prophecy. And of the commandment of us, the apostles of our Mashiach and Savior. All right? And the prophets and our Heavenly Father told us to prepare ourselves for what's to come. All right? Come back his law, statutes, and commandments. Give occasion to the flesh. All right? So that's what we're supposed to be doing. Living according to this word and rocking in the Most High's vibration, man. All right? Yeah, you're supposed to be purging yourself from this world. Staying yoked with the brotherhood. And
Bring that pen.
approaching the throne of grace boldly, like the brother said, and asking for forgiveness for your sins committed in this life and previous lives, man. And that's how you're in reality. If you're not in prophecy, you're not in reality. All the men in this room, we're in reality, man. We know this economy is about to crash, we know martial law is coming, and we know all hell is about to break loose. Most of our people, they're happy slaves, participating in Christmas. They're
Which is
going
all that shit, like going in with the brother said, which is virtual
Matrix. We're disconnected from the Matrix, Lord willing, we are the elect, man. And we're in reality, man. We're doing this thing. That's why we're all together tonight, man. We doing this in fear and trembling, man. That the Most High have mercy on us because we're prisoners of hope.
I got something for you. Romans 12:1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that ye present your body a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable unto Yahweh, which is your reasonable service. And be not conformed to this world, like all the things Quad was talking about, you know, your holidays, all these different things that people do in this society, man, that they deem as pleasing. It says, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Are not we being renewed right now? Are not we the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai? You got the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. He's doing that right now with his men, beginning with the apostles all the way down to the least of us, renewing the minds of all of these lost sheep. That's why you have this big influx of Jake waking up, man.
Yeah.
You know? Go ahead, bro.
And if I getting our minds right, man. And it says that ye may be proved what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Lord, man. So we know exactly what it is that we have to do, man. You know, not going into the mindset of a worldly man and just guessing. We ain't gotta guess when it comes down to this, man. We know.
We didn't learn about in this life, the Lord requires sacrifice. Like we were saying, you can't gain nothing without be willing to lose something. It's not a guarantee that you might lose, but you gotta be willing to lose.
That's right.
And take it how it comes. Because who's the ultimate sacrifice? He had to give his life up so the rest of the brothers that we could be here doing this. Like so that's we complain about all the wickedness because now we seeing stuff out the Most High's eyes. He didn't give us the blueprint on how to look at things, and now we seeing it from his eyes. We can understand how angry the Most High is. We can understand that it ain't all about no love. You know, and this the mercy.
Second Ezra, chapter 7, verse 36. There's also another king. A city is built instead of toward a broad field, and is full of all good things. The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall. Like as if there were a fire on the right hand, and there was nothing deep water. Alright? So verse 6 is basically going to what? The city which is the kingdom of heaven. Alright? And it says on each side, on the right hand side, they got water and they got fire. Meaning what that shit? It's trials and tribulations on each side of you. No matter where you go, no matter what you do, you got trials. It's basically bound for you to fall. Alright?
On the wrong way.
Exactly.
To get to the kingdom.
So right here, verse 8, it says there's only one path, and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could be one man goes there at once. Alright, so what? That shit, you basically got what? Fight your own salvation. You got shit. Only one man can answer at one time, so what? You basically got to what? Put it in your mind that what shit, I gotta work on my own salvation. The next man on side of me not gonna get me saved. Alright, so when we on this battlefield with each other, what? Shit, you still fighting for yourself.
Also knowing that what your mind right, because it is on the left hand side and the right hand side, you know things are gonna distract you and try to throw you off. What? You gotta go through that fight.
The big brother went through it.
That's right.
Yes,
Who the fuck are you to think you ain't the apostle went through it? Who the fuck are you to think you ain't gonna have to go through it? I gotta watch my turn. I gotta cut fucking grass. This ain't the worst of the shit, man. And you already cool with excuses. You know? Go ahead, Aki.
He's gonna make you see he's gonna make you show what's important in your life. He's gonna put you in a situation that right us or your ones that you done made. And if you choose the ones that you proving what's first in your life. The Most High kill them just to show you I'm gonna give them to you. They belong to me at the end of the day.
Yahweh Shai, first time he feasts his eyes on Peter, he said, "Follow me." It say, scripture say Peter dropped his net straight away. He didn't say, "Hold up, let me cast my net." He dropped his net and he followed. That's blasphemy, bro. That's some blasphemy, man. That's real shit. He had to go.
And that was actually an occupation, so they was getting paid for doing this. You know? I got a quick precept. And this is Ecclesiastes 11, we start at the top. Cast thy bread upon the waters, for thou shalt find it after many days. Give a portion to 7, and also to 8, for thou knowest not what evil shall be upon the earth. You know? Basically, it's not making haste to turn to Yahweh Shai. That's the point of getting your mind right. You know? You can't make no terror and cause like the brother Yaakov just brought out, you know, when he found Peter and them, he told them, "Hey, drop your nets and follow me." It was no excuses. They did it. It said they did it straight way.
Straight way.
Straight way. Straight way. So they had it already in their mind, like, look, hey, the Lord said this, I'm doing it. It wasn't no rebuttal, no rebelliousness. I'm doing it.
And they had families too.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm
And
saying.
they ain't complete like, oh, well, I gotta go handle this. He said he dropped everything and like, he chose the Lord first.
Right, and that's some, yeah, kind of like you're saying, that's symbolic to it. Their occupation, also to it, their life. Like shit, what? Nothing stopped them. They just did.
If y'all don't mind, I got a little quick one. If y'all don't mind. Just to go with the point that the brother said, he had families too. Mark 8 and 35. For whosoever will lose his life for whosoever save his life shall lose it. For whosoever shall lose his life for my sake and my gospel.
Lose should be synonymous with sacrifice, man. The sacrifices that you make, man. The compromises that you make on this side, man. This thing is all about sacrifices and compromises.
That's right.
Period. It's not endurance if you're not doing those things, bro. Go ahead, brother.
It says, but whosoever shall lose his life for my sake.
Did not Yahweh have to compromise with us, man? This is the king of the universe, man.
Yeah.
Second only to Yahweh himself, man.
That's right.
Came down in bodily form, like the scripture says in Hebrew, little lower than the angels, a couple more scriptures, little lower than the angels, man. You know, and became a public shame, a public humility, man,
Great.
so that we can do exactly what we're doing right now. You want to play with that? You know, Yahweh created everything. He could have easily said, you know what, Father, fuck that shit, man. Let's start over, pops, and you know we ain't got to go through that no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yahweh he saw, you know, he really put.
And to show you it's perfect, Jonah said, fuck it,
Right.
he took off running. To show you I was out.
Not only that, but got mad because the Most High went on ahead and said he got mad that Israel actually listened to him. Remember Israel? He was expecting in his mind to go out there when the Lord did get on his ass and make him go do what he was supposed to do. In his mind, he thought that they weren't going to listen and they were going to get destroyed. But they actually hearkened to the voice and woke up and he got mad.
It was faster than everything.
Yeah.
You know what that's true? You don't got no control over nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, the Most High is gonna make you do what He wants you to do. Okay, it's just all if He wants you or not.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's what makes a man go hard, though. That's what makes a man show humbleness and humility, man. It's like when you don't want to be the best guy, when you're not trying to be all about me, when you all the opposite of that. Them the men that the Lord be making that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, so it's like at the end of the day, it's like, it's all about putting, the scripture says what? He that live above the sun, I shall draw all men to him. So this thing is all about uplifting Yahweh, man, and everything that he did, you know, and that everything, you know, for the brothers that come to the truth, these are the guidelines of Yahweh, we always talk about, that we got to follow, man. He laid the foundation for us already. All we have to do is walk upon it. Just the way you know, a lot of you younger brothers is coming to the truth, you know, it's easy for y'all right now because at one point you had to be that only guy to go out there and look like a goddamn fool in front of everybody who didn't know what the fuck he like. Today. Lake Charles, different parts of Louisiana, man, they don't even look white. That's what people live in like guys. They don't like white people. Oh, I already know what they're about. You know what I'm saying? They got websites up about us. You got all type of people that get partnership with YouTube through broadband TV. They get paid to put videos up about the prophets of the Lord and stuff like that. This is a world-renowned thing now. That's what it means to be renowned, to be a legend. This is a legendary thing. Even though the world look at it and they try to cast it down, but that's how you know that this is the truth, because this wicked-ass society that upholds the LGBTQ community is the same community that's trying to bash us. That's how we know we're doing something right. Good job, brother, guy.
You know one sign of true humbleness is when you got the power to mess over somebody and you let it go. Like you show weakness at a time when you could show strength. That's like a true sign of humbleness. Like it's different when you knowing you could beat somebody up or you in a fight, you can mess somebody over, and you just do it because you know you can do it. But you know You would do it and you let them go, let them pass.
Yeah, because your house shot showed that same thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he could have easily called the Legion of Angels, you know, to come destroy all those heathens that was buffeting him. You know, but what he did, he took his lick. So likewise us. That's the main part of getting your mind right. Also knowing that what, man, every brother that call themselves a Hebrew Israelite made it known and put videos up. We already set out like, bro, we already on the FBI watch. So knowing that, bro, why would it behoove you to be like, hey, I'm just going all out for y'all about you outside?
Hey, right. I'm already marked. I'm a marked man anyway.
Because if not, you set yourself up for failure. You know?
Us ain't gonna taste that, but you don't know who that is, so you have to really come to that conclusion. I'm gonna die.
You gotta.
If I can add this one little thing, that's the reason why the scripture says, serve as, you gotta bring your body up as a living sacrifice, man.
Yeah.
You know?
And to add to the brothers, there's Psalms 50 and 5. It says, gather my saints together unto me. And who is his saints, man? Those are the called, the chosen, the beloved that you brought out in Peter, man. It says those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. Like I'm talking to you earlier, that's a contract, man. Basically, when you signed up for this thing, I basically put your face on a video, or did a video, a house video, outside, or whatever it is, you've been in the database, man. YouTube look at databases and study people, man. And the acts of the things that they do. It says those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I got that word sacrifice.
And that's a beautiful precept. If you don't mind me elaborating on that, man. Those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. I mean, we already know historically what that's talking about. But I mean, you can even translate that into what's happening today, man. You know, Yahushua already did the foundation by what dying, being humiliated, man. You know, shedding blood for us. You know, so in order for us to be a part of what Yahushua got going on, we have to make what the brother just say, sacrifices, man. You got to make compromises out here, man. That's just how it goes. How can you be best friends with the opposing power of Yahushua himself, the same power that killed him? When you go into Revelations, the first chapter, it says, those who have pierced him, the Lord is going to woe to them that pierced him. You know what I'm talking about? These are the same people you're going to side with. You got to choose sides, man. It's only two sides. It's not three sides. It's two fucking sides, man. It's righteousness or it's fucking wickedness, man. It's life or it's death. It's light or it's fucking darkness, man.
I'm more than 30.
That's the world we live in. We live in old kind of, you know, I got a babysit, I got a weed eating, all this. We don't live in that world, man. You know?
Yeah, I'm actually around the 30 and 19, but I just want to get that sacrifice in the Strong's is a lot. It's a lot.
2077.
Zavak. We're going to be using a lot of that in the kingdom.
It says sacrifice. Sacrifices of righteousness. Sacrifices of strife.
That's right.
Sacrifices to dead things.
That's right. The dead things are things of this fucking world. This shit is going to be burned up anyway, man.
That's right.
So is it worth put before what's going to actually cause you to live?
Cool.
This is what's going to make us live, man. This is what's going to continue our nation. This is what's going to power our nation to being on the top. Go ahead, bro.
Hey, I've been holding Deuteronomy. That was the two I was doing. So
All right.
that Father, Deuteronomy 30 and 19. Add to that. Let's do it. It says, I call heaven and earth to record this day against you. So the first time you did a video and called the white man the devil, it's been recorded. Not just by the angels, but also by the devil himself.
Yeah.
Right? He's going to have that on the day when he comes take you up in your family, whether you continued on with the push or the word or pushing the word or not. I'm still coming to get you.
Out the gate.
Out the gate, man. It says, I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death.
Yeah. Black and white, baby. No gray, no middle area. All right, go ahead. Okay.
Black.
You gonna say something?
I was just saying, what happened when you break a contract?
Consequences.
Breach of contract. It's penalties behind that.
Penalties first, though.
Penalties behind breach of
And that's just amongst men we talking about.
Yeah.
We talking about Yahweh by shooting out the shot. All right, go ahead, bro.
Blessings and curses.
It just say so kind of blessed, kind of cursed a little bit, but you can still go cut your grass and you know,
Watch the kids. Let's see what it says right here. See, I gotta watch the kids. I can't get out into the Lord. It says, therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed.
and thy seed. This is the way. This is the way, brother. This is the way, man. This is fucking life right here, man. This is life.
If you don't mind me saying, you don't mind.
You're too funny, people. Oh, man.
If I can edit this, I can cut you down, right?
Right.
You have your own brands at the end of the day, man.
Like a sentence, man.
It's Matthew 12 and 30. He that is not with me is against me. And he that gathereth not
So
with
that's
me.
not that. I don't hear gray areas in there. You know what I'm talking about? I don't hear no middle ground in there. It's either you with me or you're not. You either right or wrong. Period. I mean, that's simple. Go ahead.
And he that gathereth not with me scattereth abroad.
You got it.
You either doing the works and you're knocking out what you have about Shema Shah, or you're an enemy. Or you're an enemy of the state. Alright? You either a leg man and Yahweh Shema Shah, alright, of the house of David, or if you're an Israelite according to the flesh, you're the house of Saul. And what happened in the house of Saul? The scriptures say the house of David waxed stronger and stronger, and the house of Saul waxed weaker and weaker. And what did David do on his dying bed? He sent a hit on the house of Saul. What that nigga name was?
That serpent that cursed him and spit at him.
He told
Don't let
Saul,
his hoary head
don't let his head go down the grave without killing him, man.
That's right, man.
That's right.
And that's what's gonna happen. You 2/3 you start the house of David, man. Something simple is, and it's not simple. Simple is putting the so-called woman, your wife, above this truth, your child above this truth, saying the mark of the beast is not the radio frequency identification chip. You receive 70% of this doctrine, and 30% you don't. You're the house of Saul.
You gotta be willing to lose.
Saul.
No, actually, he was told one before me.
It's Revelation 3, verse 11.
Don't be too humble. Don't be over.
Revelation 3, verse 11. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown.
Oh, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, you in this truth, you got a crown laid up to you if you're of the elect. So if you let any distraction get between you and that, you letting another man take your crown. And apostles will always bring out your worst enemy could be yourself. You could be that man that takes away your own crown, man. So you gotta get your mind right, man. Stop it. Right, bro.
Hey, man, and guess what this man you let take away, man, this fucking vile ass Edomite folk. Like, really, that's what you want to just take your shit away, and you're gonna feel ashamed. That's why it says the scriptures that some gonna come up with their head high, some gonna come with their head low. You know, and you're gonna see that, damn, I let this fucking beast, man, give me all my fucking blessings. I'm sitting here trying to cut his grave. You know, I'm trying to watch it's not mine, bro. Not being involved with this so-called that, man. All you had to do was just say, y'all, I give it all up in the name of y'all, watch me outside, bro. Look, do it. It's in your hands, bro.
Just been
That was your salvation of your children.
Yeah, you're right. Let them miss a day of school and see when you start coming that day. You can take your kids.
The NDAA, National Defense Authorization Act. You don't own nothing. You don't have nothing. You're nothing.
Right.
And look, let's just be simple as 1 + 1 = 2. You could have cut the grass tomorrow.
Right.
You know?
And all that was word. What's every man dream of having? Not a million, but the million. That's every man, at the end of the day, that's what a man wants, where he can have a peace of mind. The million.
And that's a flooded area anyway, man. Fuck that grass, man.
Real talk, guys. Real talk. The lawnmower plugs up, brother. Look at the expensive car. You don't even have to labor. You don't have to sweat to crank the bitch up. You know what? You gotta pull that bitch up a time. None of that. You press a button, the bitch comes on. That's it.
1 Peter 5 and 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walking about seeking whom he may devour.
Yeah.
And that be sober is not talking about being drunk with wine. You know, this is talking about, you know, you need to have your fucking mind right. You know, watching the videos, watching the news, the shit coming down. And this talking about the roaring lion. A lot of you niggas gonna get devoured when that chip drop. You know, and he gonna swallow you niggas up with one big gulp, and that's gonna be it.
Like the fish did Jonah. Straight up.
And they get them and walk
Go
them.
ahead.
And that's how it's gonna be with that damn chip. Everybody gonna get that fucking chip,
It gets swallowed up.
and get swallowed up.
Because when you think about it, a lot of people in this society don't think soberly, man. They allow so many different things to dictate their action, their children, society needs, you know, all these different things, man. You know, so therefore, when that time comes, when the devil come among them, you know, looking like somebody that they can trust, they're gonna get swallowed. That's right, they're gonna get swallowed up.
Our people have a tendency to cater to lustful desires, man.
That's right.
And we got a spiritual appetite that we munch on and lunch on all day long, man. That's the scriptures, bro. You know what I'm saying? This our stronghold, man.
That's right.
If this get broken, then we broken. Which we know the scriptures can't be broken like you always bring out. So we got a forever stronghold on us. You got it, bro.
They bring out the other side, show the
Wicked niggas and those that get the chip. I bring it back. Hey, faith is a gift, and everybody don't have it, man.
That's the spirit.
He gonna find it.
Speaking of faith, it's 2 Andrews 15 and 4. Speaking of faith, man. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. So if you're not dealing with Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, if you're not dealing with the law, statutes, and commandments, if you are not sober and you're dealing with Christmas and Thanksgiving and Saturnalia and all these other things, and you have more faith going towards your physical family, and you're not dealing with the truth, you're going to die. Right. It's not an if and a but. You are going to die in your unfaithfulness, man.
Right. And guess what? What everybody's scared to do?
Die.
Lose. Yeah. But they scared to lose.
Ultimately, they scared to die, but yeah, like you say, scared to lose.
What, since we all came up here, what we been doing? Losing. So,
build a little city around this bitch, man.
So that builds us up where we're not scared to lose.
Right.
You know, so then, so y'all by Shema Shai is preparing us.
it's a lot.
And another thing, like doing sports. What happens when you play not to lose? You wind up losing. You know, because that conservative. I'm gonna just do what's safe for me. You know, where I can have both and keep everybody.
Yeah, let's shoot shit.
Yeah, last miles.
Yeah. I want to make it, but I don't want to die and get persecuted for this shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to forsake my kids and my woman. I mean, I love Willie and I just love the attention of my children and stuff. I don't want to sacrifice that. But I do want to make it though, because ruling over my oppressor does sound good.
It does sound nice.
But forsaking my family and all that, nah, I can't deal with that.
Right.
See, that's when you get to that gray area type mentality. Everything. It's not gonna happen.
Shaking his head, the strong.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I got one. This is Colossians chapter 3, starting at 23. It says, "And whatsoever ye do, do it heartily, as to the Lord, and not unto men, knowing that of the Lord ye shall receive the reward of inheritance, for ye serve the Lord Yahushua Mashiach." Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's plain and simple, man. I mean, whatever. If you're in this truth, we already, the brothers done brought out already, man. You know, you're in this truth already. We already exposed to everything out here, man. We on the World Wide Web. Everything that we talking about is against this society. You know, we already quote unquote terrorists to this society from just bringing out the truth of this world. You know what I mean? And besides bringing out the truth, also
waking up people who in the world. You know?
Man, he saw technology, he got that face recognition, he know everybody's face in here. You know where we live at, you know what we doing. He got an eye on everything, man.
But that's the reason why on damn near everything you gotta turn on your location. You know what I mean? You gotta people have face scans on their phone, you know, thumb scans. You know, because they trying to read your genetic makeup. Huh?
Well, it's the scripture in Isaiah 14 say he wanna be above the stars of the Most High and be as the Most High. All right, in the sides of the north. All right. Yahweh Shema Shai say what? 2 or 3 guys in my name, he's in the midst. Right. Guess what? This bitch won't be like devil. He in the midst of us right now with all these motherfucking phones, man. Right. All this technology, man. He hear everything we talking about. He in here right now. Right. You know, but he doing it according to the left hand side, and you know, we know.
Well, at the end of the day, truth is a certain frequency. That's it. If truth happens to be 144.000, guess what? Even the elites are tuned into that channel. Yeah. But their agenda is to change that offset. 144. They say it again,
offset.
That's their agenda. You have to know the truth in order to upset it, or even to attempt to upset the one. If you go back and look at videos years back, we've been like the ones they pay attention to. You know, for exploitation. You so-called talented rappers, so-called entertainer, athletes, and all that, man. Esau look at you in a means of exploitation. I can use his body, or I can use his musical skills, so I can make money off of his own fucking kind. I know his people like that type of shit. We're gonna use him as an object. But when you got profits, this shit is priceless.
That's right.
You know, we got to be put to death. Their whole strategic plans that they're making is based on shutting this down. That's why when you look at the Rosetta Stone, not the Rosetta Stone, the shit over there in Georgia, somebody say it to the camera.
Georgia Guidestones.
Right. So when you look, when you dealing with those things, those are extreme measurements that the devil is taking to stop this from coming. Millions upon millions of people that love LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, all these millions of dollars they got. Are they really in the back of the Illuminati's mind? They don't give a fuck about the fucking Jordan.
And I got them some.
They look at these brothers. These are the guys they worry about. These are the guys that's actually making Esau take the extreme matters that he's taking to keep this nation from coming up top and him getting at the bottom, man.
Yeah, because we not in Esau back pocket, man.
Right.
He not paying us, but we work at a job. But at the end of the day, once we leave, he don't have no ties to what we do, man. You know? Shit.
I got a lot.
I want that double made a comment.
We gonna take our land. Go ahead.
Internet, like the truth going out there, man, like wildfire, all over the web, Daily Motion, YouTube, everywhere. You heard? Can't stop it, bro.
Yeah, I had a little more.
Go ahead.
Verse 24, it says, knowing that of the Lord ye shall receive the reward of inheritance, for ye serve the Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach, man. So I mean, that's the reason why, man. That's the thing that we striving for, man. That's the thing that we working for. That's one of the things that motivate us. You dig? We know that we going into a kingdom with no end. You dig? We not worrying about we in the flesh show certain things that we gotta deal with, but this is not in the forefront of our mind. Yeah. That's not what we focusing on, is the shit that we see.
I can say this right quick too. So like it, man, because we automatically know Yahweh in control of all this, you heard me? We on his side, man. So it's best to play out your position in the movie, you heard me?
I got it. This is the point right here. Verse 25 it says, but he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he had done. For there is no respect of persons, man. So if you was ever in the knowledge and understanding of this truth, man, and you took it for it was nothing, and you just was like, fuck it, on some whole other type shit, best believe if the Most High haven't put judgment on you yet, man, judgment is going to come, man. The Most High doesn't forget about it.
He said every hell in your head numbered, you heard me? So what makes you think he forget?
We don't have nothing to gain up here, so we doing everything wholeheartedly, meaning sincerely, but it probably seemed like with your sincerity not being recognized, but
Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, he recognized all that. And your treasures is in the kingdom.
Going on, verse 10 it says, and have put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge after the image of him that created him.
Right. Get your mind right, man. Put on the new man, you in the image of the Heavenly Father, man.
Right.
That's the Lord.
Yes. Got a little something back you up.
Got a quick, you just made a good point. It was like, basically how Yahweh Shemashah controlled everything, right?
Yeah.
So, it's another esteem in everyday life. Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. Get your mind right. You know?
That's right, brother. That's good evidence.
He that regarded the day, regarded it unto the Lord. And he that regarded not the day to the Lord, he doth not regard it. He that eateth to the Lord. For he giveth.
And then break that regarding point. He don't regard it. What is that saying?
He don't consider it. You know? He don't consider
His
what
mind ain't right.
That's right.
You got it.
He does not, he does not regard it. He that eateth to the Lord, for he giveth the Most High thanks, and he eateth not. To the Lord he eateth not, and giveth thanks. This is the point. For none of us liveth to himself, and no man died unto himself. For whether we live unto the Lord, and whether we die unto the Lord.
Right, brother.
Whether we live, therefore, or die, we are Yahweh Bashim
That's right.
Point blank period, bro. Either you're going to get your mind right or not. Because what? Everything has already been ordained and orchestrated to put in full effect.
And if I can add to that, man, Christians in that hell doctrine up, man. You know, everything goes until you how about Shem Yahweh.
Right.
Oh, I'm ready. Go ahead, Locke.
We shoot.
Yeah, I was gonna go last.
All right, I got one real fast. It says Romans 15:4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. Now the God of patience and consolation grants you to be like-minded one towards another, according to Yahweh Shah that ye may with one mind and one mouth glorify Yahweh, even the Father our Lord of Mashiach. You know, and that's what we strive for, man. To be like-minded, man, to get our minds in order so we can all come together to be what? That one body, man. Because once you're not in the right mind frame, you gotta get outside of this, man. You can't have nobody talking about how the chip is spiritual, man. Hakaraba, don't look at that word right there. Go to another word, man.
It's just being stupid, bro.
The chip's so physical, it can grab you by the back of the head, man. How the fuck that's goes in the East Coast?
I mean, how you gonna buy, sell, and trade?
What's some spiritual shit?
Right. I was talking about business.
That means, that means everybody gonna have spiritual.
And look, and if you can buy, and look at it at this point, if you can buy, sell, and trade spiritually, hey, sell me some of your faith.
Throw me down.
Sell me some of your patience, huh?
He said,
Come on, man.
I can't buy a Big Mac because I'm a Christian. You heard me? I can't buy it.
It's madness, man.
Say I already can read that scripture again.
It says, this verse 5. Now that the power of patience and consolation grants you to be like-minded, one towards another, according to the Hamashiach Yahweh Shah, that ye may with one mind and one mouth glorify Yahweh, even the Father of our Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach.
At the end of the day, it's all about giving glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. None of us is doing nothing on our own strength. And we not even confident in our own strength. Like
Not in our own strength at all.
yeah, like we don't even feel like
there's no hope.
done.
There's no hope in our own strength.
You know, so Yahweh Hashem Yahushua put you in a situation for you to call out for him. And so he can show you that he's there for you if you have faith. You know how much faith he gives you, but he put you through things to get your faith built up. You know, at the end of the day, you gotta have your mind right and understand why you're going through the stuff you go through.
Hey man, but let me get this out. This second Exodus 5, what you just said, 5 and 9. It says, and salt waters shall be found in the sweet. What happened when that sweet roll went in his mouth? What happened to it when it got in his belly?
It got better.
It got bitter, man. This shit is salt water, bro. It ain't sweet. You know what I'm talking about? It's like this. It hurts, bro. It hurts to lose. It hurts to suffer. You know, it hurts to have to compromise in a wicked ass society like this, man. It hurts to sacrifice, man. Go ahead, brother.
Because
It's more than precept. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
right, that sufferings, you need that because in the kingdom you're gonna appreciate the shit out of suffering, man. So you're gonna appreciate the kingdom.
It's gonna make you a better judge.
Right. You're gonna know right from wrong and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right, brother. And salt water shall be found in the sweet, and all friends shall destroy one another. Then shall wit hide itself, and understanding withdraw itself into his secret chamber.
You believe in the scriptures. The scriptures tell you that you have no faults.
But the scriptures tell you that this is wisdom and knowledge, and it's going to keep your ass
The comfort.
stable in those times.
This is
right?
the comfortability.
Okay.
So anytime this the comfort. Excuse my French. But so anytime you think you're going through, there's situations and stories laid out in this comforter to show you how to get out of the situation. That's why it was written there. Like you feel like you're probably going through an infirmity, like why me? Look what Job went through. And I don't think nobody up here can compare what Job went through. And still have that integrity. You know?
Little more than you got. All right? You done with your point, brother?
Yeah, basically. That was just like I said,
finish
like,
your point,
you
bro.
probably feel you probably go into a situation where your woman is the most important in life. They got a situation that's saying when you put woman first, with the type of stuff that can happen. Great men have fell on the strength of women. And we're doing great things, but we ain't great as the men was back then for a statue right now. We at a low state right now. So if these great men fell, who you think you are? You know? They got situations with how to handle with brothers. Like there's nothing left out in this comforter that you wouldn't know and have this you, bro. I didn't know. No.
Verse 10, and shall be sought of many, and yet not be found. That's the stability, man. Go ahead, go ahead with it. Go ahead with it, bro.
Guess what? When everybody, this is different when we're gonna be scared knowing that we know what's gonna happen. So imagine to the ones that know, that don't know what's gonna happen. How it's gonna affect them in that. They're gonna be out of their mind. There's only gonna be a few people on this earth who's gonna be in their right mind. Where they could be able to function and have that wisdom and know this.
All right.
Yeah, I got a lot of them. Go ahead, learn. Another people that eat themselves, they gonna be bumping up people for
They gonna be running to y'all. Y'all the scripture for the show. The scripture for the show, nigga. They're gonna be running to the men of the Lord. All these people that's bugged the fuck out, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna be running to the men of the Lord for answers in these days, man. Right? Yeah, you finna get it out. It says, then shall unrighteousness and incontinency be multiplied upon the earth. One land also shall ask another and say, is righteousness that maketh a man righteous gone through thee? And it shall say, no. At the same time shall men hope, but nothing obtain. They shall labor, but their ways shall not prosper, man.
Guess what? In them times, they're gonna be
Too late, Jack.
They're gonna be following you like Forrest Gump when he went to running. That's how they're gonna be following you.
like running.
Can you give me some answers? Can you give me some answers, please? I remember you saying this. But what can I do?
But who are they going to come to for these answers? Who is giving the answers right now when it's all time for to be complacent on the earth? Who is giving you the answers right now?
Right now, fishermen are giving you the answers. If you come looking for a man, they gonna be hunters. You don't want to come asking them answers then, man. You need to do it now.
Right.
Then when you come laugh, even before we come hunters, I was going, Lord, we'll be able to live. We're going to laugh at you, motherfucker.
Right.
We're gonna look at you in a pitiful case, laughing at you with a toothpick in that motherfucker.
Yo, sucking the ice, sucking on out. You know how this ice sound? You got the last couple inches of that drink on the bottom of the ice. That's like that though.
And while we was at camp, the same one that came up and scoffed, the Lord gonna make sure we see y'all motherfuckers too.
And if I could add, just going back to what Quab said, going back to Proverbs, the 1st chapter, man. That this is the Lord reaching his hands out right here, man. So therefore, when you slap his hands away, man, you know what he gonna do? Once you get in your calamities, he's gonna mock you, man. He's gonna laugh at you.
We got told this precept. It's Matthew 19 to 29. And everyone that have forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands.
Not children and lands.
Not the kids.
Not children and lands.
Man, I got 5 kids, man. Not the kids. I got 5
Oh,
kids.
you missing this lawnmower.
Go ahead.
For my name's sake, for my name's sake.
I know his name. His name, y'all. I was about to see y'all with shot too. Damn. Ooh, Lord.
Shall receive 100-fold and shall inherit everlasting life. Man, if you don't believe that last part, that means you have no faith. That means you shouldn't have been in this thing from the beginning. Just because these brothers talking about we hate the white man and all that, that shouldn't.
That shit feel good. It's sweet.
It does.
Upon hitting it, they making people look bad. They cut them up in the scripture. It looks good. But when you become a part of this, you realize everything ain't fucking sweet. But go ahead, bro.
If you're not willing to lose everything that you gained in this piece of shit vain ass life, and I'm a father, so I'm not being a hypocrite. Even your children, if you're not ready to cast them to the side, stay in the fucking world, man.
That's right.
Because at the end of the day, the men of the Lord are waiting to inherit everlasting life. And all that stuff that I lost in this life, I get it back in the next one in more abundance. That same child, I get him back in 100,000 more.
What they say, I ain't gonna let that slide. I ain't gonna let you slide. Well, we not gonna let nothing slide. You know what I mean? Like we do. When one thing all of us gotta come. All of the men, and this goes to the 4 corners, man, all the prophets. So y'all wouldn't forget anybody that ever double cross y'all.
Bring this up. I learned this in the world. It's
we don't let nothing slide. We don't let
I learned this in the world
slide.
before I came into the truth. It's 2 types of people you never forget. People that treated you good and people that treated you bad. Fuck no, we not gonna forget, man.
We don't let nothing slide, man. So how was more your house,
If I could say real quick, I mean, think about it like this. How much is Yahweh Yahushua gonna look at you as a despicable being if the basis of men that he set up to rule, the Most High gave him the power to do anything he has, and with this ability, he's fighting tooth and nail to keep his kingdom. He's going hard for his power and his belief in God, but you're giving it up for something he gave you.
Hey, Salaki. Hey, on the counter board, Dan Yaquat. What state you in, dude? Brother?
Yes, brother.
What city and state you in, brother? Y'all got it.
You become like a citizen of Christ, brother. It's a lot. Hey, when you basically abandon the house of the Lord, because that's potential. I mean, that's basically what you've done. You become a gazing stock, a laughing stock, man.
Spectacle.
You're a spectacle now. But for wickedness, not for righteousness. We spectacle. So when you're a spectacle unto the world and actually for treasures and wickedness, bro. But we gonna put his kids in hostage and see how he gonna sell his brothers out for those kids, right?
This Romans chapter 12, verse 11, which you had wanted me to point earlier. Not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord. Right? And I went into the etymology on the word fervent and it said to be hot. And Revelation 3:15, it tells you that the Most High said well, he would that you would be hot or cold. Alright? And shit, basically going further on that word, it said having or displaying a passionate intensity, sincere Heartfelt relates to diligence. All right, that's synonymous to the word diligent, which means to study, to labor, try hard to achieve something, give one's all, can be at pain. So shit, you basically what? Having that on your mind, what the whole topic of this video would get your mind right. Meaning that what? Shit, you might be at pain for this. You might have to die. It's gonna be some shit that you gotta go through. Just like the shot, you have to take that same cup just like him.
Right.
Right, brother.
And the mask.
Right. Beautiful. Yeah. And man, and that couple y'all shine, nothing to fucking be played with, man. That's nothing to be played with, man. That's everything we stand on right now, man. That's everything we stand on. They're taking that cup, man. I mean, it's like, we all have a sense of pride. When I say that, we boast in the Lord. That is pride, man. But that's righteous pride. So when it comes to the naysayers, we exercise pride to them. Why? Because I'm going to be bold in the midst of all these fucking naysayers. And right? I'm going to display that I don't want to show no weakness before. And there's nothing that can take it down, man. And that's the part that we take on becoming men of the Lord, prophets of the Lord, representatives of Yahweh. For Yahweh
okay. 2 Corinthians 4:16. For which cause we faint not, but through our
For what?
For what do we faint not?
For what now?
Because we faint not.
Okay, go ahead.
But through our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day.
Right. When y'all looking up, man, we said it earlier when we was out there at camp, man. I mean, like me personally speaking, I look at myself, I be like, man, I look at the video a couple years back, and then look at the videos today, and you can clearly see the effect hell. Hell, man. Within a few years, man, you can see it. You can see the effects. You know, go ahead.
Read it again. 2 Corinthians 4:16. For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man.
Right. I mean, outwardly, I know you 2/3 probably look at me. You know, who that brother? Like, he gets nailed. You know what I'm saying? Along with the rest of my brothers, man. But guess what? We boast in that though.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. You know what I'm talking about? Like, if you're not struggling, if you're not fighting, if you're not losing, if you're not, like we said earlier, compromising and sacrificing, you're not doing anything, man.
I used to play Paul.
You know, you're not being a part. You're not taking part in this battle, man. When you battle, it's a fight. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Yet the inward man is renewed day by day.
Right. So fuck with the outside, man. You know these fucking gray haired creams and fucking my head and all this. My brothers, different brothers in the camp, got gray hairs and shit popping all up in their shit, man. Fuck what we look like, man. We're not in this to physically look like the best American in the world, man. Fuck America, man. You know, we're storing up heavenly treasures right now, man. That's spiritual, man. All right, those heavenly treasures, man. Right. It's a lot of things that we do that man doesn't recognize on this side, but spiritually we know that the Lord is going to remember those things. Right. Okay.
It says 17. It says, for our light affliction,
and that's all this is, man. It's a fucking light affliction, man. You know, if your ass can make it to a certain spot every Saturday, bring it out, and like Elder Tahar say, do at least 3 videos, so on and so forth a week. You know, it's a light affliction. None of us are in prison. Paul's in prison. Right. I mean, you got different apostles that were in prison who was not able to do the works, man. And you had certain instances where angels had to break in prisons and break certain men of the Lord out so that they can go and do this works, and they will get arrested again and go back to jail. All right, dedicate. Go ahead, brother.
It says, for our light affliction, which is but for a moment.
Mm-hmm. And that moment is for that short span of time, man. Because we remember, man, we don't live by, the Lord is not living by our time. We're living by His time. You know, we're fallible, finite beings. But we serve an infinite power. So time doesn't exist in the same sense that it exists to us, man. You know, we live by 12 to 24 hours a day. You know, 12 months a year, and so on and so forth. We live by every new moon on to the next new moon. You know, the Most High created the moon. He created the word time itself in Hebrew. We can go into the English itself. He created the whole sense of the conception of what time itself is, man. The Lord is not confounded in the realm of time, man. Time is the fabric created by the Lord, just like He created this fabric that we can touch. We can bend this shit. We can twist it. You know, I can expand this thing. Probably if I take this off this brother, it'll fit from this wall to one of those brothers. But guess what? I can also ball this up in a small knot. And it'll be a little small ball. That's what the Lord, that's what time is to the Lord, man. It's no motherfucking fabric. He do with it whatever He will it. All things is like this fucking piece of fabric to the Lord, man. So when you're dealing with a power like that, man, it's just, I mean, how can you not have faith in something like that? All right, go ahead, bro.
2 Corinthians 4:17 for our light affliction, which is but a moment, working for us a far more exceeding.
And guess what? This brother here is speaking, because when you go into Ecclesiastes, it says the end of a matter is more important than the beginning thereof, man. And it also says that the end is proclaimed from the beginning, right? So guess what? When all things hit the fan and we're up there with the Yahushua, that's what we're gonna be considering the shit we went through in America, a light affliction. That word was put there for no reason. That's what when we realize the blessings that the Lord gonna bestow on us, we're gonna realize, damn, Lord, we ain't went through shit. But as we actually going through it, man, it feel like, man, we can't. Sometimes I ain't gonna lie. I know a lot of y'all brothers can contain to it, bro, and we always have to rebuke that demon. We was in the ancient times, Lord. We in modern times. Come on, I mean, let's not be overzealous, man. That demon hit us, man. Like Yahushua, I ain't trying to be boastful, but we're in a time right now, big brother. You know what I'm saying? Shit is different. But the Lord Himself is gonna show you when He went through. The shit we going through is a light fucking affliction. That word, that particular word is written in there for a reason, man. We're gonna actually quote that word. All right, go ahead.
For us, a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory.
Right, for a more exceeding and more eternal weight of glory, man. You know, and that's the everlasting life, man. That's those new bodies, man. Never being bound by these chains of darkness anymore. You know what I'm saying? Having those spiritual powers. All right, go ahead.
This is the last one. 2 Corinthians 1:18, it said, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen.
Wait. Can you see the kingdom right now?
No.
Right? Can you see a black man on the top? Can the world perceive a big 9-10 foot tall black man standing on the top of a chariot, man, dressed in the color of beryl, which is green, you know, whose face shining as lightning, man, standing on top of a mountain, man, whose eyes are as red as fire, man, flaming fires, man, darker than any of us in this room, man. We all like a brown to medium brown, man. Yahushua was darker than every brother that you see on this video, man. You know, all of us. Go ahead.
While we look not at the things which are seen,
right,
but at the things which are not seen.
The things that are not seen is the kingdom. When we talk about it takes faith to really believe in something that's really not here today, man.
Right.
You know, it takes faith to really push and do the things that we have to sacrifice and compromise, man, in order to have hopes of what's to come. Something is to come is something that hasn't happened yet. That's what it means that haven't been seen yet. All right? Simple. It don't take a fucking rocket scientist, man. It's simple. Go ahead, bro.
And it's like the things that's not seen in your faith to know they exist. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen
goes hand in hand with the book of Revelation. Right. For a short time, a season. All right. That same thing that talks about the beast that was no more, but yet he was healed and he lived again. That's that short time, man. That's the small season we living in right now. Go ahead.
For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not
Temporal
seen.
means temporary.
Right.
Go ahead.
But the things which are not seen are eternal.
Right. So when we get that kingdom, that's not gonna end. The scripture says what? A kingdom without end. An everlasting kingdom, man. That was it, Doc?
Yeah.
You got that. You can take us out, Doc. You can break it down, take us
Once
out.
he say something, I'm gonna go damn yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, back on to what you say, yeah, we look like we've been through hell. Like before I was afflicted with my eyes. I used to play football when I was young. And one thing when you played, you wanted when the game over, you didn't want to come back home clean. You wanted to look like you've been in the trenches. If you there, you put the dirt on your clothes because it was like if you came that dirt, that means you was at work. You was on the grind. You were putting in work, serious work. And that's how it is with all these brothers. Like you're seeing from the outward all the stuff we're going through. Like it's showing on us. It's rough times like this. And we're taking that, but it's work.
Every way for it. You know?
And to add on it, man, the moral of the story is this, man. This Psalms 116 and 12. Get your mind right. It says, what shall I render unto Yahweh for all his benefits towards me? You should render your heart, man, which is your life. You should render your time. Sacrifice time with your children. Worldly things, man. It says set your affection on things above, man, rather than earthly, man. And Sirach 5:1, it tell you to set your heart aright and constantly endure, man. Like this brother said, he could just see from a foreshadowing of himself just all the struggles and shit he done went through, man, through a video. How much more? How much more the resemblance? Come on, man.
And if I could add,
how much more? You got it.
I just want to add, don't it say store up your treasures? And when it says store up your treasures, it gave you the understanding of on earth or in heaven.
Right.
And where you supposed to store it up at? When it ended the verse off, what gave you everlasting life? Storing it up in heaven, man. Not on this God forsaken place, man. You know.
The kingdom is like you digging a treasure and you keep finding it over. Like you're never gonna be satisfied in the kingdom because there's always gonna be new adventures and journeys that you're gonna take.
God, let me figure this out, man. It says, what shall I render unto Yahweh for all his benefits towards me? Look at all the Lord done for us, man. From health to breath to housing. I mean, you name it, man.
We
The
don't
Lord
need
took
we
care
can't
of us
even
to this every day.
Bread.
And still, he done gave us our daily bread. So basically, he gave us more than enough. And he gave us our whole heritage. Yeah. And on top of that, we weren't even deserving of it. Right. You see? So look at his benefits he done rendered towards us. And we like, what should we do for the Lord? It says, I would take the cup of salvation and would call upon the name of Yahweh. And after that, I would pay my vows unto Yahweh, now in the presence of all his people, man. And there's a call to him, man. Like it says in Joshua, as for me and my house, we shall serve the Lord, man. So that's the benefit we gonna get your mind right. We paying our vows in the face of all these people. That's what we doing unto the Lord, man. Right? Rendering our benefits back towards him that he bestowed upon us. But with that, Akim, man, I hope Akim's on the comic board and to the faithful elect throughout it all, man. Hey, get your mind right, man. You know, that's it. Hey, we ain't asking much, and if you don't, that's on you and the Lord. Take it up with the Lord. But with that, Akim, we're going to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rikakodash. Double honors to the elders who teach and rule well, and peace, blessings, and salutations to the Akims that's pushing this work around the globe and true and sincerity. And to the true Akims, push on, man. Come on, man, rise, Israel, and get your mind right. Get your mind right.
Get your mind right. About the ball.